I fly an American flag in my yard. I'm proud to be part of this country, but my political views are mine alone. I was raised to believe that dignity comes from doing your part, not from finding ways to avoid it. If you're physically and mentally capable of working, I believe you should be working. You should be doing something to contribute to your future. You should be working to support yourself. And if you're raising a family, you should be helping to support them. That's part of being an adult. Let's not turn this into something it's not. I'm not saying help shouldn't exist. Help has its place. People get sick. People get hurt. People lose their jobs. And old age catches up with everybody if you're lucky enough to live that long. Well, we have a system built to help people through hard times, a safety net, if you will, that's supposed to catch you when you fall. It's not supposed to become a permanent living arrangement. Now, if you say able bodied adults should work, people act like you've just declared war on the poor. And that's not what this is. I'm saying a system designed to help people survive hard times should have limits. Responsibility still matters, right? But we can be compassionate and still have standards. The country can help the vulnerable and still expect effort from the able-bodied. We can protect the weak without rewarding weakness. If you remove the standards, all you do is create dependency. And dependency doesn't just drain money, it drains dignity. Work's not just about a paycheck. Work is the habit of getting up and carrying your own weight. Work is how most people build confidence, resilience, and self-respect. So when a system rewards not working, it's not doing its people any favors. It's robbing them of their will to try. We need to help people stand on their own, not train them to stay down. The people who want a bigger system, more programs, more subsidies, more layers of bureaucracy. They talk as if government money falls out of the sky, and it doesn't. It comes from someone's paycheck. It comes from workers. It comes from families already trying to survive inflation, rent, groceries, insurance, fuel, childcare, and everything else. So every time someone says the government should just do more, what they're really saying is somebody else should keep paying the bill. Now, it's not fair to leave vulnerable people with no help. It's also not fair to force responsible people to carry an ever-growing system that refuses to tell able-bodied adults enough. It's your turn. That doesn't mean every person receiving assistance is lazy. Some people truly need help. Some people are doing their best in brutal circumstances. Some are working and still struggling because wages are weak and the cost of living is insane. Those are real problems. But pretending that abuse doesn't exist, pretending fraud doesn't exist, that's just dishonest. If a system makes it easier to remain dependent than to climb out, maybe the system needs an upgrade, not because people don't matter, but because they do. The system needs an upgrade because it should do two things. It should protect the truly vulnerable, and it should push the capable towards independence. And that should be the goal. The expectation should be simple. If you can work, then work. If you can learn, learn. If you can improve, then improve. And if you can contribute, then contribute. And if the system is going to help you, that help should be tied to a path upward, not a padded chair that keeps you parked in place. You're not a victim forever. You're not owed a permanent exemption from responsibility just because life is hard. Life is hard for almost everybody. And yet every day, millions of people still get up and go do what needs to be done because that's what matters. I don't think it's wrong to say The system has a place, but it's gone off track. I don't think it's wrong to say that help should exist for those who truly need it. I don't think it's wrong to say able-bodied people should be expected to contribute. I mean, say what you will, but the truth is not measured by how loudly people react to it. A healthy society helps those who can't carry their load. A serious society expects those who can to do so. A broken society confuses dependency with virtue and accountability with meanness. We need help that restores people. We need a policy that respects work. We need to stop apologizing for responsibility. So yeah, I fly an American flag because I still believe this country is worth telling the truth to. Help should be there for the sick, for the elderly, for the vulnerable, and maybe the truly struggling. But if you're capable, then yes, you should work. You should contribute. You should carry your share. And that is the bare minimum a free country should still expect. I'm just saying. My name's Quentin. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.